Hey everybody, I'm back. Hi, I'm Gaynea. Welcome back to my videos. How's everybody doing tonight? Y'all, it's 9:30. I'm getting on here late tonight. I started night too, but I said no, I feel like doing it, so I'm gonna do it. So 9:30 it is, y'all. Oh. Let me get this here set up for a minute, okay? Okay. Good to be back on here tonight. Everybody have a good Saturday? Did y'all get out and do something? My computer looks like it's crooked here. Let me straighten it up. Okay. My desk is a mess. I need to clean it up. Sure. Alright. Go wait just a minute. Let's see if we get some on here, okay? Some viewers on here, okay? But it's good to be back tonight. I got on here the other night and had to cut it short. My granddaughter pulled a prank on me and I had to get off to go check on her. She like got in trouble for that one. That was a bad joke. That wasn't funny. She said her friends told her to do it. Thought it would be funny, huh? No. Don't go around telling stuff. But she didn't know I was doing a live video. But anyway. So maybe this one will be okay. Maybe nobody won't interrupt us with this video. We'll get it done tonight. If you got any prayer requests you want us to pray for you or for anybody you know, just type it in there and we'll do it after we get through talking. I'm thinking tonight I'm going to talk about in Hebrew. Sorry. No, we're not going to Hebrews. How about Proverbs? We're going to just read a little bit tonight. How about that? Proverbs 10, the Virtuous Woman. I'm going to wait just a minute, okay? Let's just wait just a few more minutes, okay? Oh, it's so good to be back with y'all tonight. I wanted to do it earlier, but I really didn't feel like it. I lay down and took a little quick nap this afternoon. Wasn't long, but made me feel better anyway. Tomorrow's Sunday, y'all. Get in church somewhere tomorrow, okay? If you don't have a church, find you one and get in it. Everybody had to find one at one time or another, and you find one. It's not a dead church. You don't want a dead church, one that don't teach right and preach right. You'll know it when you walk in one and you feel God's conviction and you feel the anointing. You know you're in the right place. But if you don't have one, we'd love to have you in the morning. We don't have night service, just morning services. So try to come. We'd love to have y'all. Come and worship with us. See what God does. Last Sunday I got my healing. I got a healing. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I was unable to eat. I'd eat just a little bit of something and I'd feel nauseous, so I didn't eat much, and especially milk and cereal. I could not eat that, or like bacon and eggs or gravy and biscuits, anything, something that I really like to eat. I wasn't able to eat it. If I did, I was going to be nauseous, so I'd try to stay away from that, certain foods. And I didn't have an appetite. I was hungry, but I didn't have an appetite. I was hungry. I wanted to eat, but then when I think about food, I'd feel nauseous and I wouldn't want to eat. I didn't have an appetite. But now, I'm eating. Since last Sunday, I've been eating everything. Yes, God heal me. My problem is now I'm going to probably eat too much. Hey, that's okay with me. I don't care. I just have to watch my blood sugar. But beside that, hey, I'm glad I can eat. Let me check and see if I make sure I ain't got this on private again. That happens sometimes. Hang on just a minute, okay? Okay, there it goes. All right, now, let me check right here, okay? Just a minute, okay, y'all? Okay. I think it's right now. It was messed up, so let's just wait just a few minutes now. Let me see if we get some viewers on, okay? Yeah. I haven't been getting on here very much, have I? Don't seem like it, but I'll have to start getting on here more, okay? There for a while I was doing it 7 days a week, and I need to get back to doing that. Trying to adjust my camera while we're waiting, okay, y'all? How about that? Maybe that's better? I don't know. We'll see. All right, we was going to talk tonight in Hebrew. Why do I keep going to Hebrews? I did that the other night. I was going to talk in one verse, and I kept going to chapter, and I kept going to Matthew, and tonight now I keep going to Hebrews. Hebrews 11, I know, talks about faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. But I was going to talk about a virtuous woman. Y'all ever read that? It's in Proverbs 31 in chapter 10. It's very good. It's in the Old Testament. Let's see. It's got what I want to read probably is from 11 maybe all the way down to 31. We're going to have a little bit of reading tonight, okay? Okay. All right, I got it set right. Okay. Well, y'all, let's just get started. How about that? Y'all got anything good to say? You got any praise reports? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just reading some comments here. All right. Let me find it back here. I was reading something on. All right. Let's get started, okay? Okay. I'm going to read a little bit, okay? You ready? Have y'all ever read that? Hebrews. Okay. What is it with the Hebrews tonight? Proverbs 10. Proverbs 31, 10 through probably 31. Thirsty tonight, y'all. Let me see if I can see this. All right. Hey y'all, I ordered my glasses and I just hope I can wear them I'm supposed to get them next week, so pray that I can see out of them good, and I hate them just hope I ain't just wasting my money getting them, because it's going to have like 3 bifocals in them. Oof, I don't know about that, but we'll see. I hope I can see out of them better to read and stuff. Okay, let's see. You know, today, this evening, I got out there and I've got this tiller, and it run last year. It ran good. And this year, I tried to crank it, and it would not crank. And I got out there, and I pulled on that thing, and it crank and go dead, crank and go dead. So, I Googled, and then I went out there, and I took the spark plug out of it, and I went to Ace's Hardware, and I bought a new one. I come back, and I put it in it myself. Yay! I put it in it. And I pulled and pulled and pulled, it'd crank up and go dead. So I put a little gas in the carburetor, it'd crank up for a minute and go dead. So, I give up on it for today. I just can't do what I used to do. I used to get to pull on it all day long. Now I can't. But anyway, I tried, you know. I'm not a lazy person. I don't like just to sitting around, and I don't like to. If I want something done, I want it done. I don't want to wait till next week to get it done. Are y'all like that? If something comes in my mind, I want to do something, I want to do it then. I don't want to wait. Some people say, wait, we'll do it then. I think, I don't want to wait. I want to do it now. I get impatient. I want it done when I want it done. I don't want to wait. I want it done right then. So, anyway, I got out there and worked on it. I took the spark plug out of it. I put one back in it. And I put gas in the carburetor. It'd crank up and go dead. So, I don't know what the problem is. So, but anyway, and it talks about right here in Proverbs, the virtuous woman. It talks about the things that she did. Is she bought a field and planted a vineyard? See? Women can do things. Women should get out and do things, I think. This lady here, this virtuous woman the Bible talks about, did not just sit in the house and clean the house. She got out and she provided for her family. She bought land, she planted a vineyard, she made clothes, she made sure the family had food to eat. She rose up early in the morning, a virtuous woman. She did all that, y'all. And if she can do it and she get out there and the virtuous woman and plant a garden, I can get out there and pull and crank my tiller and plant me a garden. You know, a woman can do things, y'all. This woman did things right here that I'm fixing to read about. She rose up early in the morning. Now, I need to start doing that, though. I don't rise up early in the morning, usually 7 o'clock, but sounds like she would rise up at daylight to me. I don't know, but I think she did. But let me read a little bit and let you hear what this lady did. A virtuous woman. So, I mean, hey, I can go out and I can crank a tiller, and I can run a tiller, and I can plant a garden. I can do it. As long as I'm able, I'm going to try it. Hey, she provided for her family. She didn't just sit in the house and clean the house and cook and wash dishes. She got out and she done things. Let me read a little bit here what she did, okay? It says, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. If you can find you a virtuous woman, her price is more valuable than rubies. When you find one, that's how precious she is, how much she's worth. Her price is far above rubies. Okay, the heart of her husband does safely trust in her. Her husband trusts her. so that he shall have no need of spoil. He trusts her to take care of the business, the things she will do. She would, excuse me. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She'll do him good and not evil. She does good things for him, good things for the family. She don't get out here and backbite and talk about him and do things behind his back and steal his money and go by things she shouldn't be doing. No, she does. Her husband trusts her, and she does good and not evil all the days of her life. And she don't do him no wrong. And it says, she seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. So she's probably making clothes. She is like the merchant's ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She gets food wherever she has to go to get it afar off, and she brings it back to the household for her family. She rises also while it is yet night. Oh, there's what I was talking about. She does. She rises up before it gets daylight. How many virtuous women do you know? How many of you know that gets up before daylight to take care of her family, provide for her family, make sure her family's got what they need? She rises also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She don't only provide for her household, she provides for the maidens too. She considereth a field, okay, and buys it, and with the fruit of her hand she planteth a vineyard. She goes out and buys the land, y'all. The man didn't do it. She, a virtuous woman, she does this stuff. She rises up before daylight. Her husband trusts her, and she does good to him. She don't do evil to him. He loves her, and he trusts her. And she considers the field, and she buys land, and she planted a vineyard. With her hand, she planted a vineyard. She bought the land and she planted a vineyard with her hands. She did it herself. She worked, didn't she? If she'd had a tiller, she'd have got out there and used a tiller. I don't know what they had back then to plant a garden with, or she planted a vineyard. She had to get the ground perfect to get it planted, didn't she? I don't know how she did it, but she did it. It says she did it with her hands. She girdeth her loins with strength and strengtheneth her arms. So she must exercise and keep in shape, keeps herself built up. Because it says, she girdeth her loins with strength and strengtheneth her arms. The work she does, it strengthens her legs and her arms. She uses those muscles, don't she? She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She works late in the night to make sure her merchandise is good. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She strengtheneth out her hand to the poor. She stretches out her hands to the poor. Yet she reaches forth her hands to the needy. She reaches out, she helps the needy and the poor. This is a very smart lady, don't y'all know that? That's a virtuous woman. That's the way we should be trying to do, I believe. A virtuous woman, that your husband, that your man will trust you and put faith in you for you to go buy the land that you need, the The food that she goes and gets afar off and brings it into her household, and she planted the vineyard with her own hands, and she seweth and makes clothes, and yet she still gives to the needy. This is a very smart lady. No wonder her value is worth more than rubies. She is not afraid of the snow for her household. When it's going to snow around here, people start to get worried, don't they? Probably. For all her household are clothed with scarlet. She makes sure her family's got clothes to wear for the winter. They're warm. She maketh herself coverings of tapers. Her clothing is silk and purple. She dresses nice. Silk and purple. She dresses herself nice. She takes care of herself, but she takes care of her household. She makes sure she looks good too, don't she? She don't let herself go. She dresses nice, don't she? For her husband. Yeah, she takes care of herself. She don't run around slouchy and jumpers on all day. She takes care of herself. She wears silk and purple. She dresses up, what it sounds like to me. She's a virtuous woman. Her price is far above rubies. More valuable than rubies. A virtuous woman is. Do you know a virtuous woman? Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. People in the land knows her husband. She maketh fine linen and selleth it. Oh, she makes clothes too and sells it. She's a virtuous woman. She's making clothes and she sells it. This woman is not lazy. She works and she provides for her family. She don't get up and sleep all day and watch TV all day. Does she sew proppers all day? This woman gets up before daylight and she provides for her family, and the candles don't go out at night because she's still working. That lady, a virtuous woman, she's a good mama and a good wife, and she takes care of her household. She bought the land. She goes out and bought the land, and she planted a vineyard with her own hands. Hey, and if she had a tiller, she'd have cranked that tiller up like I was trying to do today. A virtuous woman gets out and she provides for her family. She makes sure there's food on the table, right? And clothes when it's cold. She makes sure they got clothes to wear. And she takes care of she gives to the needy and the poor. And everybody in town knows her husband because of her. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchants. She makes stuff and she sells it at the stores. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. She don't just sit around and idle all day long doing nothing. But this lady, the virtuous woman, she provides, she gets busy, she works, she makes clothes. She don't just sit around the house all day eating and watching TV. This woman gets up before daylight and goes to bed after dark. She is, and everybody calls her blessed. Let's see, and it said her children rises up and call her blessed. Her children rises up and call her blessed. Wow. Does our children call us blessed for the things we do? Her husband also, and he praises her. Even her husband praises her for the things that she does. She's such a wonderful woman, a virtuous woman. She's not lazy. She works. But she don't let herself go because she makes her clothing. She dresses in silk and purple. She dresses nice. Even though she might get out in the yard and plant a garden, a vineyard, and sow and go get food for the household, she still takes care of herself and looks good for her husband. And her husband praises her. Many daughters have done virtuous, but thou exceedest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. I like that verse. Let's read it again. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. That beauty can leave you one of these days, don't it? You can be pretty now, but what's going to look like in 10, 20 years from now, you got to be pretty inside and out, not just on the outside. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own words praise her in the gates. So give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her. Everything she does praises her, because she does such wonderful things. A virtuous woman. That's what a virtuous woman is, and I think we should use that as an example of what we should do. I was out there trying to crank my tiller today, and I was thinking, well, what do people don't think me a woman out there trying to crank a tiller? But hey, a virtuous woman. This woman, she went and bought land. Then she planted a vineyard by herself with her hands. It said with her hands she planted a vineyard. So she had to get there and dig in the dirt and get it ready, didn't she? She worked. Hey, this lady did not lay up at home watching TV all day, did she? Or get out and ride around all day and blow her husband's money. But no, this woman, her husband trusted her with what she had, what he gave her. Because it says the heart of her husband safely trusteth in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. This lady, a virtuous woman, yes, she gets up before daylight and she goes to burning candle at night to see, so she sits up late after dark. She provides food, she provides the clothes, she bought the land and planted a vineyard, and she sold the clothes, she sold the stuff that she's made to the merchants. And her children and her husband, her children blessed her, and her husband praises her. You know, this is a virtuous woman. That's what we should look at this and let that be an example for all of us women. If you can, but if you can, I can understand it, you know. And if you're not able to do anything, that's different. But there's so many people nowadays, all they want to do is lay up and watch TV and ride around all day and shop all the time. No, a virtuous woman is supposed to be providing for her family. Make sure they got clothes. Make sure they've got food to eat. Make sure you get up early in the morning. Get up before daylight. That way you get up and praise and worship the Lord before you start your day. Get that done, and then you go to work, and you get out there and you make sure, if you sit in the house and sew all day, do something. Don't just lay up and watch TV all day. Do something. Be busy trying to provide food for your family and making clothes for them if you can sew. If not, just find ways to be a blessing to help your family. You know, and everybody called her blessed, and it says, give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Even she did so good that she sold stuff, and she's a virtuous woman. I just feel like, I was thinking today, like I said, when I was out there trying to crank my tiller, it looks like a man's job. No, a woman, this woman, a virtuous woman, she got out there and she planted a vineyard. She bought her land Her husband didn't go do it. It says a virtuous woman done that. She bought the land. She planted the vineyard with her own hands. And then she sewed and she cooks and she makes sure her family's got food in the house. She takes care of her household. And not only her household, she helped the poor and the needy. She gave. Ain't that awesome? She made stuff and took it to the merchants and sold it. Hey, there's a lot of things that women can be doing instead of just not doing nothing. There's so many nowadays, y'all. If you can't, I can understand it. But there's a lot of people that don't have nothing to do. Don't have no kids to tend to. Just sit home and don't do nothing. You can be busy doing things, providing for your family. You know, make sure they got clothes to eat and food to wear. You know, the money your husband is making, like now today is different from it was back then. The husband probably gets out and works and brings the money and to give to the family, to the wife, and let her go do the things that needs to be done. But the wife needs to take that money and use it wisely. Make sure the kids has got clothes, the family's got clothes. Make sure they got food to eat. And you take care of that household, and you can't do it if you sleep all day. You got to get up early in the morning and get busy, you know. There's something about getting up before daylight. I'm going to try my best to start doing it. I'm going to get up maybe 5 o'clock in the morning and start my day, even though, you know, I'll find something I can do and be busy to help people and to do things that I need to be doing. But she just come to my mind when I was thinking, you know, I was out there trying to get the tiller crank today, and like I said, it just kept coming to my mind. This is a man's job. Hey, I took the spark plug out of that thing. I've learned how to do that today. I mean, I could sit in the house, laid up in here on a bed and watch TV. I could have. Sometimes we have to make ourselves get up and do things. We don't need to spend our time just laying up in a house not doing nothing. If you're able to do and can do it, be busy doing things and you'll feel better. It said right here, she girded her loins with strength. See, it give her strength in her legs and strengthened her arms. And her arms, she got, you know, she stayed probably healthy getting up and doing what she did. But that's awesome. I just had to say something about the Virtuous Woman tonight, y'all. Because when I was out there trying to get my tiller to crank, I was thinking about all that. Now, you know, when I come in, I was thinking, well, that was, it seemed like that should be a man's job, but who labeled it as a man's job, huh? Because it's outside. I've seen people that don't even like going outside. They want to stay in the house all day long. I'm one of them. I can't stay in the house all day long. I want to go outside and do what I need to do in the house, then go outside and do what I want to do outside, work in the yard, mow the yard, weed eat, put weed killer out, whatever, to make my home look better than what it does. I try, you know, and you can't just lay up and lay in a bed and watch TV all day long. Now, I'm not saying, I don't mean to make anybody feel bad if you do those things. You know, a lot of people's not able to get up, but if you are, get up and try. Get up before daylight and get busy and doing things, and you'll feel better. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll feel like you've accomplished something. If you're able to get out and mow the yard, get out and mow the yard. Help that husband. He don't need to have to do everything by himself. A woman should help the husband, but this man, her husband right here, the heart of her husband does safely trust in her. He trusts her, and so that he shall have no need of spoil. He trusts her that he don't have no need for things, because she takes care of her husband, her children. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life, y'all. So if you see me outside mowing, if you see me outside weed eating, hey, I'm trying to be that virtuous woman. If you see my light comes on at 5 o'clock in the morning, Hey, that's something I gotta work on right there, though. I got to work on that. But I could get everything, I get a lot of things done I need to get done if I would do that. So I'm going to try to start doing that. Getting up maybe at least 6 o'clock. I'm gonna set my goal to start getting up at 6 o'clock. And when I could lay down and watch, except when I'm resting. You know, sometimes I have to turn the TV on so I can watch something, so I'll sit there long enough to watch something and rest. If not, I can't sit still. I want to get up and do something. So, I challenge you. Yeah, I'm going to challenge you to get up. Get up, get out of that house, and do something. You'll feel so much better, and you won't feel depressed and worried all the time. If there's something you can be doing, I ain't talking about overdoing, you know, where you harm your body, but do what you can do, okay? I just want to challenge you to do it. Let's start trying to get up at 6 o'clock or earlier if you want to. Let's try that. Try it and see if you don't feel better than if you're laying up all day watching soap operas and TV all day and laying on the bed or on the couch all day. Like I said, if you're able to do it, get up. Get up and get busy doing something. You won't be down and out and depressed and sad and worried. Stay busy doing things, providing for your family. Make sure the clothes is ironed or hung up. People don't iron much anymore. But make sure that your clothes is hung up. Make sure the house is clean, the dishes is washed, the groceries is bought. Yeah, ladies, get up and let's be doing something. Let's do it. I'm talking to myself too. I'm hitting myself right here with this now because I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to myself too. If you want to know what a virtuous woman is, she's in a good example for us to follow, and it's in Proverbs 31:10. If you want to find it and read it, Proverbs 31:10. It's in the last book of Proverbs. It talks about the virtuous woman, y'all. So, all right, well, I ain't trying to get on to nobody or fuss at you. I just want to help you to make you feel better about you'll feel better about yourself. You'll start feeling like you got more energy. If you get up and concentrate on your household and your family and your children, your husband, and do everything you can do to help the family. Don't put everything on the husband to have to do everything. He might be out working every day. I don't know how some people's husbands are now, but he might be out working. You know, you need to have supper cooked. Provide for him. Have him some supper cooked when he come home. And don't be laying around in your pajamas. Put you on something nice. Okay? This woman, it says, her clothing is fine, is silk and purple. That means it was nice stuff. She dressed up, didn't she? She didn't let herself go. Hey, the husband likes the woman look nice. That'll just coming home and the woman fuzzy headed jumpers on every day. I'm talking to myself, y'all. Okay? But if we can do this, what she did, you'll feel better, your family will be feeling better, and your children will look at you and say, that's my mama right there. She works all the time and she makes sure we got food to eat and clothes, clean clothes to wear, and you know. All right, I'm going to get off of that right now, but let's try that, okay? If you're watching this or you're going to be watching this video and you lay around the house and don't do nothing, but yet you're feeling depressed, sad, and down and out all the time, you don't have no energy for nothing, you don't get up early. Got to get up early and you'll feel so much better. Get busy and you're going to start feeling better. All right, ladies, I'm talking mostly to the ladies tonight, and you'll feel better. If you can do that, ladies, let's do it, okay? Get up early. This lady here, the virtuous woman, she got up for daylight. She did. She got up for daylight. That's something I'm going to work on. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it and start doing it if I can. And then that way I have the energy to clean the whole house up, which Lord knows it's a mess. It needs to be cleaned up. Got so much it needs to be done. So y'all, why don't we try to do this, okay? I'm just trying to tell you how this virtuous woman was, and she got a lot done. Let's try. If you get up early, and you'll see what all you can get done in one day. And your house will stay spotless. Your yard will stay spotless. Your refrigerator will be spotless. You'll have food in the refrigerator. You'll have clean dishes, clean clothes hung up. You'll do it. You will. Get off that couch and do nothing. Get up. Get up. I feel like I'm talking to somebody that's laying around not doing nothing, but yet they're worried to death. They're worried, sick and tired from worrying so much, and they feel bad because they don't do nothing. They just lay around and don't do anything, but they feel bad all the time because they sleep late, sit up late at night watching TV, ain't got no energy for nothing. That is why. Get up early. Get that house cleaned up. I'm talking to myself again, y'all. I'm going to try it. Want y'all try it too, okay? All right, I'm going to get off here. And this, like I said, this is in Proverbs 31 and starting verse 10. Let's see if we can't do that, okay? And see if we don't start feeling better and everything will be done in the house, and, you know, the children will start looking like, ooh, wait, look what my mama's doing. My mama's up doing this, my mama's doing that. Okay? All right, well, I'm get off here, and I just want to say I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a great night. And I know this was a little different, but like I said, when I was out there trying to work on my tiller, I was thinking, well, this is a man's job. No, this lady here, this virtuous woman, yes, everybody in town praised this lady because of the things that she done, you know. So, hey, getting outside working the yard it's stepping that husband out, helping him out. If he's working all day, it helps him out. If the woman can do more than what we're doing. Okay? He's happier, and he'll call you blessed, and the children will call you blessed. The family and the friends will be calling you blessed. But anyway, let me get off here, and I love y'all, and I will talk at y'all another night, okay? And if you don't have a church, get in church somewhere in the morning, okay? I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. Good night. Bye.